welcome, everybody. Greg Brasso, your host of Veterans Voice Radio, here on a soggy but drying out night in Marshfield. Wolfie somehow this morning,
we're still wet,
and the Goon Squad managed to show up again and pass out another thousands of pounds of food, and a great tribute goes out to him for being here. How many of them showed up? Most of them?
Everybody. Yeah, no one didn't miss. The only people that missed had said they had doctors. We were all getting old. Justin's not, but everyone else is at the doctor's. No, so nobody missed. A few people called up hysterical. I'm 5 minutes late. I said, it's okay. We're okay. Everything's. We were still done by 10:35.
Good.
And everybody was lined up. Everyone was patient. And the only thing that we did different was the boxes were so soggy we held underneath the boxes because they were all going to break. So we didn't break any boxes. So two people would hold the box and fill the car. And everything was great. Don't worry about the water. And Sammy gave us hell.
Again?
Yeah. I filled his whole car. He has the equivalent of four
Sammy's
people's food. World War II Sammy.
Jewish World War II vet.
He
gives Wolfie a hard time. Oh, God. And he used to drive himself, but now he is a passenger.
Yeah, she's
but he used
lovely.
to have this, I don't know, Cadillac or something, all full of stuff, and you could barely see out of the over the windshield.
Oh, was that the guy with the rabbi? Oh, gee, he doesn't come around anymore. Oh, the poor guy was so old. Remember the rabbi?
Yeah.
Oh, he was great. He was a real veteran, he was a lifer veteran. He had rabbi on his plate. Did he blast Greg and I?
Oh,
no matter what we gave him. But Sammy was great. He got about 30 pounds. He's going to tell me no when I see him the next time. He got about 30 pounds of cookies. He says, I love the cookies. I filled the whole car with cookies. He's great.
So hopefully there's no diabetes going on there, Wolfie.
Oh, he's great. He's
But you managed to get some other types of food from some of the donations we get, because what you do is you send Kim out on a shopping spree, and you give her $10 and she comes back with $30 worth of food.
Yeah, we have a truckload of meat that Kim gets. She goes and gives some of the meat stores that Kim has. She has a couple bucks, so she gives them a few bucks and tells them fill the trailer. They fill the trailer.
Yeah.
So everybody got 3 or 4, 5, containers. What do you call those plastic things of meat? Plus all the other food, so it was exciting. So we really have to give another shout out to the Goon Squad. Everybody got detoured. Everybody had to come a long way, and everybody was soaked, and it was more fun than normal. That's the kind of thing you're talking. Remember when we were all soaking wet and we were all drowned?
Because it was a nice warm day too. It wasn't cold for being wet.
So it's not like those December days.
You got to thank Veteran Voice Network for getting the original Goon Squad together and getting the word out, and WATD radio, and I called up to make sure that they knew it was rain or rain.
Rain or rain.
That's it.
They heard you
Rain or rain.
So everybody got the word out. Everybody came, and everyone understood. All the cars said, thank you for being here in the rain.
That's great.
So we soaked everybody.
I couldn't get out. I was surrounded by
You're
water.
on your own island.
I was, and there were 2 or 3 cars already stopped in the middle of the puddle that the moat that was around my house. So I decided to go back home, and
I told you I would have brought the boat up. I would have just
No, we should have
rolled up to the back door, up the back river.
that's right.
Coming up the back river.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would get over here to Marshfield, but that's another.
One of the most sad. You could have gone down 3A. It would have been easy to get here. One of the most satisfying things was Big Mike from New Hampshire brought down a guy who was a selectman or a town. Big hard-working guy, and he came running up to me, and he poked me, and he said, look at that great big Cadillac here, because he didn't realize how hard we pushed that.
Oh, right.
It was a gorgeous brand new Cadillac was there, and he said, no, you have no idea how hard Veteran Voice Radio gets to get that guy in the Cadillac there, because he's picking up food for other people. So he ran right over and gave him more food. So that was very satisfying. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, well, we never know who has more smiles, the people receiving the food or the people, the Goon Squad, and all the contributors that assist us in this project. So we're back on the road again for another 30 days, and Wolfie, you'll certainly return in the month of August, and it looks like August 14th is the next drive through. So It's bound to be nicer weather than today, but so be it. What it is what it is.
So we were joking about it to lead in. We have Ben and the militia. So I said to everyone, if you want to come and see those guys with the
How
heavy
Ben Rabinowitz.
Ben Rabinowitz from the Hingham Militia, which is going to be at the. I got a new line for the pageant field. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, all my friends, get ready. A little drum roll. Dr. Joe, pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a pageant at Pageant Field. It's getting worse.
I think Howdy Doody came up with that, and he got it out of a box of Cracker Jacks. So you don't hold that against Veterans Voice. We didn't
We're not
say something-
responsible for those. We're not responsible for Wolf's actions or his statements here on WATV.
So everybody better be there. So I said, we'll see Ben and Russ and everything in the militia with parasols.
Yeah,
so
Ben will be,
the militia with parasols. Come to the show.
Ben will be leading the opening ceremonies.
Start at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, starting opening the march.
Right.
Would be at 9:45.
About 9:45.
Yep, and then probably the fire and the guns will be about 10 o'clock. I would think.
Yeah, sure. It's
We'll have Sheriff McDonough once again singing the national anthem. We're liable to have Dave Henke lead us in the salute to the Pledge of Allegiance. Dave does a pretty good job.
and all this happens next
yeah,
Saturday, the 19th.
The next Saturday, July 19th. It's got 51 weeks in the making, and we're down to the last edition. So, but I think we added about 10 new groups to appear this week, including the Anderson Window Company is going to be here. The local union, Painters Union, is going to be here. Helmets, the Hard Hats is going to be here to talk about jobs for the veterans. And we're going to have a major presentation by your friends at the Free Jacks. World champion rugby team is going to be there with rugby players and a bouncy house for you to test your rugby kicking skills. So,
And
rugby, have you, Wolf, have you kicked a rugby ball lately?
No, they just kick me. They
I
give
bet
me
they
the ball
do.
and kick me.
I'm
That
sure
was the
they
game.
do. Yeah,
Kick Wolfie.
You'd
That's
look
a great
good.
game.
You'd look good, and you have more hair than all the rugby players in both teams put together.
And more ears, too.
Yeah,
Those guys
yeah.
have cauliflower ears.
and I don't know if you want to just talk a little bit about those high school students.
Yes, this is the first. The first, Justin.
Greg,
Thanks.
Once in a while, you got to thank Greg for something.
Well, WATD is the home of high school sports, as we all know. That we broadcast the basketball games and the soccer games, and this week, next week, July 19th, we're going to invite all of the high school rugby players in the state, in the region, to come over and meet the Free Jacks. Come shake hands with the players. Come see what it's like to be a professional rugby player. To find out where they get those legs.
And get a photo with the world champion trophies.
Get a photo with
yeah.
the 3 trophies that
That's
they
right.
have. They're all going to be here. So and the bouncy house is going to be here with a kicking contest where you kick the rugby ball over the goalposts and stuff. So I've not played rugby. With my broken neck, I don't think I'd be much of a rugby player, but I can eat a sausage, though, with the best of them on the sideline. So that's
And then just to the left of them, there'll be another tent with just some little trophy sitting in there, right?
yeah, this little piece of brass. It's got like 30 or 40
Flags on
flags
it. or
on it
something,
all
right?
around. The World Series, World Champions, World Series champions will be there.
Red Sox, I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's
They're
correct.
making a comeback.
Justin.
They've just won 6 in a row.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, It's
give 'em
because they're
don't give
leading
up on
up
'em.
because they're leading up into the festival.
That's right.
They don't want people to talk bad about them, so they're so they know
Festival's getting 'em going.
they know they
Like
better. They know they better. We'll send Wolfie after them. But and then the last edition, the new edition that we're going to have this year is our salute in tribute to service canines killed in action.
Right.
We're going to have a rolling display of dogs that have been killed in action. We're going to have the canines from the Norfolk County Sheriff's Department.
And Linda's TV thing, what is that?
That's what we were just talking about. The rolling tribute.
Oh, that's a rolling tribute. It's going to be on TV, a rolling tribute.
Yeah, we're
the
gonna-
screen. What do you call it?
Yes, a computer screen. A big TV. We're gonna
But
actually
for all
have-
you dumb guys like me, it's going to look like television, and it's going to show all the dogs because that's just fun. Rolling computer. It's
That's
not a
a-
rolling computer. It's a TV, and we're watching TV on the dogs. The rest of you guys can do a rolling computer.
that's a great
PowerPoint presentation.
PowerPoint by Wolfie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brinkerveld.
that's how we would address it. But
Because we're about lost.
Why don't we?
Look, we're gonna have. We just got a ton of food for everyone that brings dogs and have. A South Shore Pet Pantry gave us a truckload of food, which we have that we're gonna give out dog food and cat food. I don't know what the hell I got.
Great.
So
Well,
we'll
why
have
don't
that
we
too for everyone.
take a break and we'll come back after, and we'll come back to the caller after these messages. So take it away, Lau. We'll be back after these messages. Thanks, Larry. Welcome back, everybody. Greg Brasso here with a week before the Veterans Festival. But there's going to be a water-based festival coming up real soon, and to talk about their 500th trip out into the ocean with a bunch of deserving vets. Tina, thanks for calling in. Are you out there?
I'm here. How are you?
Oh, great, Tina. Great. You're coming in loud and clear. So tell us, why are you calling, Tina?
Well, I have with me Kevin Gomez, who's the president of Harvey Saltwater Fishing Club, and I'm the secretary of Harvey Saltwater Fishing Club. And this year is going to be our 67th annual. We take out disabled veterans out flounder fishing every year.
And you come back with most of them?
Yeah, we try not to leave too many
Okay.
behind, you know.
Okay, 67 years?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's
This is
impressive.
our 67.
Did they have boats 67 years ago? Yeah, they must have been rowing them around. I don't think there was. Wow, God bless you. What a tremendous undertaking you folks have done.
Oh yeah, so it started with 12 guys in a fishing club,
Yeah,
and then within 2 years, someone had a great idea. Hey, let's get some disabled veterans out here fishing.
wow.
And after another year or two, they said, you know what? Why don't we get the lobster boats involved? It's a lot easier to get the wheelchairs and all
Yeah.
the gurneys out on these big open back decks and everything. So,
Yeah.
and that's how it started, and it's been going on for 67 years now.
And what do you have? About 20 or 30 boats that participate with you?
Generally, we get about 18 to 24 lobster boats that come down.
Yeah.
And they can fit a lot of people on, and all the disabled, people with the wheelchairs and the gurneys and all that. It's a lot easier. So yeah, we get about that many. Yeah.
I think I was one of the fortunate ones. I was partnered up with George Bouchard last year, and we were on not a lobster boat. We were on a charter fishing boat, and boy, was it beautiful! It was such a wonderful time. You guys, you have 250 vets that you're going to be entertaining.
Well, sometimes it ranges based on the day. Like last year, we had such horrible weather because we go in all weather.
Sure.
So last year we had a bus canceled due to the weather, so we were down about 40 or 50 vets.
Yeah.
Anywhere between 170 and 220,
Wow.
depending on the weather, we take out. And we have a lot of walk-ins, too.
That's
And what
huge.
marina do you come out of?
We come out of Quincy Yacht Club.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And
The event started at there was place called Harvey's. That's what the name comes from, Harvey's Saltwater Fishing Club. So they have their own building and dock and wharf and all that. And after the blizzard of '78, that got wiped out. So right next door is the Quincy Yacht Club, and we've been going out here since the blizzard took the other building out.
Harvey's was the flounder fishing capital of the world for years. For
Yeah.
years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
If you remember, if you're from here, you always every weekend you'd see these little or these big rowboats with engines and 6 or 7 guys in them, and they'd all be drinking before they left the dock, and they'd come back with a barrel of flounder.
That was we were Hull guys, so that was Coleman's boats were out there too, right? That was Coleman's at Pemberton Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those skiffs now, when I was a kid, there'd be busloads of people coming from New York, New Jersey,
Yeah,
everywhere
New
to
York.
come get the flounder.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we gave it all away. We let them take all our flounder, and now they're all gone.
Yeah. Well, in those days,
I blame them, yeah.
Yeah, it's the New Yorkers. I knew it. Your dad would say to you, or some mom would say, "Supper's in an hour. Go out and dig a bucket of clams and get a bucket of flounder and be back in an hour."
Right?
Yeah, you
That
could.
was fun.
You could do that. So the date of your excursion is the 16th. It's going to be next Wednesday morning.
That's correct. It's July 16th at 9 a.m. We'll serve them coffee and donuts. The Salvation Army will help us with that. And then around 9:30, we start loading them up. Around 10:15 or so, the boats will start going out. They'll be greeted with the fireboat if the fireboat's available.
Nice.
We'll greet them out, and we have all EMS and a bunch of the local police escorts. We have state environmental, Quincy,
Hingham,
Boston, Hingham, Weymouth. They all participate and all volunteer their time. We'll go out and we'll fish for a couple hours. We'll take a quick, short ride around by the Constitution. They'll come back. We'll unload them. They'll come back for a beautiful catered lunch and entertainment, and we load them up about 3:30 back onto the buses, and they go back.
What a
And then
great
we
event.
start raising money all over again for next year.
It's just such a great, and they really, after 67 years, you can tell they've really got it organized.
Oh, yeah.
They get buses and buses. Wolfie and I couldn't get a taxi cab from
Yeah.
from Brockton to our event because there's so much red tape. How the hell you guys ever get buses of people and say, okay, you guys go? Oh, I don't know. Maybe me and Wolfie need to follow you around a little
If
more.
the VA was doing it, Paul Revere wouldn't have made the ride.
You would have never made it. They had too many problems.
Listen, those Hull
We
kids.
have all the VAs. They know the state, and a lot of these guys. I mean, they're in these VAs all year long.
Sure.
So, I mean, they look forward to this day all year long. They
Yep.
get to come out on a boat, and they get to feel the honor and respect of over 200 volunteers to come down here, and then they see it and they feel it, and it is one of the best days of the year that they actually have. So yeah.
Do you still have room for vets that might be listening to this or might be in a listening audience that would still like to come? Is there a phone number or a website that you could send them to for help?
Yes, actually, we do have a few spots available.
Oh, great.
They can email us at harveysaltwatervets@gmail.com. Or they could put it on our Facebook page, which is Harvey Saltwater Fishing Club on Facebook.
And
You don't
yeah,
have a tin can.
yeah,
with-
we can definitely.
And they can basically just walk into.
They could
You
walk
know?
in, so somebody
Yeah, right.
means well, and all of a sudden they forget. You'll squeeze them in because I know from last year you always had a little bit of extra space out there, but it's best to get out here early. So 9 a.m. You'll start with coffee and donuts.
Yep, correct.
Too.
Correct. And then, like I said, after we take the whole crew fishing, we come back and we have a nice catered meal from Fasano's and Quinn's
And Braintree.
in Braintree. Great catering company.
Yeah.
They have a nice meal, and like I said, it's all volunteer. So everyone in the community, it brings out the whole community. We have teenage girls on the Quincy High basketball team coming down here to help out. We have women in their 90s coming. How old is
Gabe,
Gabe?
yeah.
Yeah, how old is she? She's got to be.
I don't even know.
Oh God, I don't want
Don't be giving her name out. Don't be giving a number out
She's
now.
still serving food, yeah.
Yeah, well,
She's still. I don't want to rat her out, but she's still serving food. You know, it brings the whole community together. It's a really really good day for the community and all the vets that come out here. Like I said, they see and they feel the respect of all the volunteers, and they're just trying to make them have a good day. You know, so.
What a major.
The atmosphere before everybody goes out in the boat, it's like we're all going out in the Orca. We're going to get the great white. and then 2 years ago, I caught the biggest fish on the boat, the only fish, and it was about a 3-inch long flounder.
Well, those New Yorkers stole them all, so we'll blame them, I guess. You know?
I got the only one that got away. The only one that got away. But there won't be many that get away from your fleet when you set sail next Wednesday afternoon. So I'm going to try to be there to help with the send off for all the guys and the girls. Now this is boys, women, veterans of all ages that can show up.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. So one of our boat captains, Danny Morrow, he's a veteran himself, and he was telling me when he was a kid when I first started, he remembers World War I guys being wheeled down in Gurney.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
so this has been going on for a long time. This memory, you know, I mean, everyone has a memory if you grow up around here from this day.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been on the boat for years, too. I remember helping out some of the new guys from Afghanistan and Iraq and everything, you know. So I mean, yeah, I mean, World War II, I mean, you know, those guys are, you know, getting out there, but mostly the Vietnam, Korean war guys are, you know, they're the old guys now, so.
Yeah. Now,
You
so
know,
where will the veterans be coming from that'll be passengers? Where do you think the majority are coming from?
Chelsea, Brockton, Holyoke.
Jamaica Plain, all the surrounding VAs in the areas and some veteran outreach programs, you know, local to us, you know, so it's not too far of a ride from.
Oh, beautiful.
Great.
Beautiful.
Bedford, I think we got them from Bedford, yeah, right to the VA there, yeah, so, you know, anything within the hour, you know, a VA hospital close to Quincy, we you know, we call all them and then get them here, and if they can get a bus and they can show up, then they're more than welcome.
Well, it's worth 2 hours to travel because of what you're offering down there. I'm sure, and I've seen it. I've seen the smiles when they're getting on the boat, and the bigger smiles when they're coming up the gangplank and getting ready to eat and graze on some great Fasano's food every year, and just a bunch of smiles for every one of them together. And last year, I think the Department of Veteran Services put together a study on suicide prevention, and they came up with the fact that one of the most effective medicines, we'll call it, for suicide is camaraderie and peer-to-peer contact. And how many of those? How many of your vets just live for this day to talk to another vet like them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's important. Like I said, you can tell they you know they sign up for it in the hospital. You know, and they sit there all day. You know, they might be watching TV. They might do this. They might do that. But to come here and to see other veterans get on a boat, go fishing, you know, just shoot the breeze and just, you know, feel the sun on their face and you know, whether they catch anything or not, it doesn't matter. They're out there, and like I said, they feel the respect of everyone here. There's about 200 people that really come down and give everything they got, and just to make them put a smile on their face, you know. So
and the fireboats, getting everybody's attention, making everybody feel special.
You know what they say is a day out in the water is better than a day in the VA hospital. So
Yes, for
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, are there any last minute words you'd like to invite everybody to come join us? What would you like to say to everybody?
If there any veterans out there, and if this is appealing to them, come on down. You know, we welcome all of them. Like I said, you know, this is a big thing. It's been going on for a lot of years, and yeah, this is what we
Very
do,
impressive.
and we're happy to help serve you guys that served our country.
And Justin just reminded me, we have the festival, our festival at Pageant Field, Saturday, just a couple of days after your adventure. If you'd care to have a table there for whatever, just awareness, just
Meet and greet.
meet and greet, set up something, you're more than welcome to. We'll save your table. We'll take good care of you. We'll give you a table and 2 chairs, and you can just say thanks and maybe build some new relationships for next year.
That sounds great. I appreciate that.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you so
do.
much,
Thank you.
Greg.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah, well, we'll talk more about it on Friday, on Wednesday rather, and whatever we can do we hope you call us earlier next year, and we'll get the word out early. But we love supporting you, and thanks for calling in tonight. We really appreciate it from the hearts of all of us here in the panel to take care of those vets. Are really tremendous. 67 years.
And hard to believe that Vietnam vets are called the old guys now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's my dad. He's I don't want to call my dad old.
That's
Dad.
okay. That's in my wheelhouse. But
That's okay. Just there was a submariner. He's got contacts that we may not see.
We were
Like
never
I
there.
said, some of the guys remember the World War I guys. So yeah,
That's okay. We still love you. And no, really, thank you on behalf of all the Vietnam vets out there for what you guys are doing.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate. Thank you for your service.
Okay, Tina. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks an awful
We'll
lot.
see you Wednesday.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
next
you.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye. Thanks.
That was the Harvey Saltwater Fishing
Amazing,
Club.
amazing group of folks. I mean,
Oh.
especially when you said 67 years, I was just like
67, wow.
blown away. And I'm saying to myself, I remember going to Wollaston Beach and picking up the clams in the morning before,
Yeah.
when I lived in the Quincy area way back more than 67 years ago. But and that they keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
talk about the dedication of the folks and every captain out there, that whether it's a fishing boat, large or small.
They give up their day. Their
absolutely.
day that's limited anyways.
And their days are limited on the fishing, what they can do.
Giving up their fuel.
Yeah.
They're all so welcoming. They're so friendly, and it's I don't know, Wolfie. You know what it's like to be out in the water.
Yeah, on a
love
good
'em.
day, it's really nice. But there's a few of the crews, the Machinos and the Mahonis, that come over with their lobster boats. And it's not like they say, I have to go over and do this. They're saying, hey, we're really excited.
Right.
We're going over and do it. Of course, some of the family was veterans in Vietnam,
Yep.
and some of the boats on the river crew. But the kids that are carrying on the tradition, the whole families are thrilled to go over and do it.
But it's even more than that. And I think the gentleman was saying, non-veterans, most of the boat captains, I am presuming, are
Yeah, the
non-veterans.
kids
No,
aren't
that-
veterans.
yeah.
And that and that speaks volumes of and I've always talked about this here
Yeah.
in this area, that the community that will come out to support the veterans. I mean, it's
And all
just
the
overwhelming.
all the
sometimes.
boats are lined up back ass end to the
Yeah,
dock
that's fun, yeah.
at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Hours before
Ready
they
to
have
go.
to be there. They're ready to go.
Absolutely.
And they're just waiting for that gentlemen, start your engines and off you
It's
go.
kind of like the goon squad on the water.
Similar. A water version.
Who's got the bigger smiles? The
A
guy
water version.
driving a boat or the guys in the boat?
Yeah,
The-
but
the saltwater-
Larry, why don't we take a halftime break now, and we'll come back with the story about that Danny McCready's given us about the 4th of July commencement in Arlington. But take it away, Larry, and we'll be back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Greg Brasso, your host of Veterans Voice Radio. Before we get to our show talking about the festival coming up in a couple of weeks, actor Kurt Russell was in Arlington on July 4th to commemorate an ancestor who fell during one of the bloodiest battles in the Revolutionary War, and WATD's Dan McCready was there.
Battle of Menotomy in April of 1775 saw colonial militia gather to face off against retreating British troops on their way to Boston from Concord.
This was where the heaviest fighting was done. It was the bloodiest part of the day, and it was the most fatalities were here on one slog. And he had some pretty great things to say. I guess he was pretty hot. He wasn't about to give up his house, so that's where things started to really change. John Adams was given the information about this event, and it was at that point he notified the Continental Congress that it was on. It's game on. We're not turning back now. This is a revolutionary war. And let's face it, I often think of what the world would be like, over the last 250 years without America. It certainly changed the world.
The Jason Russell House was named for Russell's ancestor who perished in the battle, as Jonathan Lane of Revolution 250 explains.
He was in his late 50s, and he was lame in one leg, and he had sent his wife and children away already, knowing that he lived along the route of march. But he firmly believed, as it said in many of the British constitutional documents, including the Magna Carta, that a man's home is his castle, and he was going to defend it.
But as Kurt Russell explained, Jason's death at the doorstep of his own home was especially brutal.
A man who you've shot twice, who's trying to get into his house. They got him down, but then there was between 11 and 27 bayonet wounds. That's a hate crime. Okay, because, if you're going to bayonet somebody in those days, and they were professional soldiers, you kill them. You bayonet them in the heart, and that's it. They're down. But he was shot, so they were coming in and out of this house, and every time they went by, I was like, take this, buddy. Right? And they were stabbing him everywhere they wanted to. And he went down hard. The soldier said before he quitted this world, he screamed out things that cannot be printed. I said, that sounds familiar.
A video of this story can be found on our website, 959watd.com. Reporting from the Jason Russell House in Arlington, Dan McCready, WATD News. Huzzah!
Well, that's a nice story. Great job by Dan McCready catching the feeling of the Revolutionary War. And imagine that here's a farmer at his house during a wartime. The bravery that it took and not caring about anything, he was going to protect his home and the country.
And living here in New England, this is it. This is where it all began.
Sure.
So
And
to
we
have
were
the honor
upset-
to be here.
And we were upset about a little rain today.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they changed the life of the world.
And there was one case when in the Battle of Dorchester when in the dead of winter a couple of colonists had to march to Buffalo. They marched to Buffalo,
Marched to Buffalo.
in December.
And we complained that the airplane's a little late today.
And
coming
they couldn't get on the turnpike.
No,
The turnpike
right.
was closed
Yeah.
due to weather constraints.
Yeah.
And then they had to go and bring back these 12 cannons.
Oh, the cannons,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
That's
the
right.
cannons.
And luckily the ground was frozen. Oh, great, that's lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 0 degrees, and they slid them back and they set them up at Dorchester Harbor. They never had any ammunition.
Right.
They were faked out. British, sorry.
Well, they got up in the morning and saw the
And
cannons.
all they saw was the cannons that night.
Yeah.
And they said, next we're going to see Wolfie. So we better get out of here. And that's the story of the battle that not a shot was fired.
Right. But what a tribute! Just probably a month into the war when
That was the Green
that
Mountain
happened
Boys.
up in.
Ethan Allen?
Ethan on the Green Mountain, and the guy said, "If I don't make it tonight, Molly Stock will be a widow."
Yeah.
That was all famous stuff.
It was
Those are brave
what
guys.
a rich history that we live in.
it's interesting, and,
really
and that's why we're so fond of veterans around here, and the farmer veterans and the National Guard veterans that the farmers that threw down their beautiful farms, their nice life.
Well, we didn't have professional soldiers, and that's
No.
what England had, and they brought them over. And the hardships, unfortunately, in Vietnam, we didn't learn what we should have learned was when you fight on someone else's territory, they know all the back roads, they know the gullies, the hills, and the advantage that we had in the Revolution was the English didn't know it, we did, and You know, it speaks volumes over the years of some of the wars that we've been in,
Sure does.
and we didn't learn too well
Yeah,
sometimes.
we need to read some history books.
You know,
But actually, a thing that the VA learned that's actually good is this Tuesday at the VA in Brockton from 9 to 2 o'clock is caregiver support programs. So it's for all the caregivers that help the veterans, and it's just like you did for Parkinson's. What do you call that?
So is that an open seminar for them to attend?
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be 2 o'clock at the Brockton, 9 o'clock at the Brockton VA Hospital, in the same building we were in. What's that? 22.
Yeah,
I
22.
think it's down in 22.
Yeah.
And it's called VA Caregiver Support Programs. So that's that's the people who we need to be the nicest to, because they're the ones on the ground helping everyone out.
Yeah.
That's a tough day's work.
Well, and especially if some of those caregivers are given support to the family of the veterans.
Yeah, exactly.
And Jen, you know what that's like, the pressure of being not tied because you're doing it because you love them, but being tied to that person can get pretty daunting after a while.
Well, it can be stressful, and we always say, you know, caretakers have to take care of themselves too, because if they're not good mentally, then they're not going to be able to help somebody who really needs it.
Yeah, Red Cross has some really nice programs where they're like what you do, like you teach the suicide prevention. They
The
teach
mental health first aid. Yeah,
Yeah.
we teach self-care.
the self-care. So the Red Cross has programs for that. So it's the reconnection workshops, and it's separate one for the family, separate one for the veterans, separate for the kids, and it encompasses all the things that you talk about all the time for the suicide prevention. So it's just on the other side.
And again, that's also helpful with the coffee. Sometimes I know some of the wives or caregivers will drop off a veteran at a coffee, and that you know,
gives
it's
them
and we're
time.
saying, oh, great for the veteran, but no, it's great for the caregiver because now they've got 2 hours to really do something for themselves, whether it's even if it's just to go to the mall or go
Get a
in for a
cup of
visit,
coffee
get
or
a,
breakfast or-
somewhere else that
Yeah.
they're not having to worry about.
Yeah.
Is he
So
okay
true,
or is she
yeah.
okay? Is that female veteran okay? Because they're in that spot. So so important today, and we I know we continue talking about mental health for our veterans, but that goes right into the caregivers too.
And if you want to meet everybody in person, the pageant at Pageant Field.
A gathering of heroes, as we would have it. But Wolfie, we're going to have a bunch of food on hand, so everybody.
Oh, steak tips. Marie's giving us steak tips.
Oh God, steak tips have now been added to the menu.
Yeah.
We're going to have. It's going to be a.
Smorgasbord, as we used to call it.
Yeah,
right?
this is going to be the
Potluck.
best. This is going to be the best
Potluck.
one ever. I think we've got a great selection of benefit providers, a lot of senior providers, a lot of senior caretaker providers, home health aids and things
The job
like that.
thing, the post office guys will be
Post
there.
office,
Morrissey will be there. All the guys will be there.
John Morrissey will be there. We're going to have some jobs within the construction field. Whether you would like to, maybe you'd like to go to work for Anderson Windows, one of the prime leading, most famous, most highly regarded, and they have a pretty pricey product, but they're looking for salesmen. They want They will set the appointments for the veterans, for the salesmen, and you go out and you make a presentation, and you have a nice backup, and you're part of a team. That's just one of the companies that will be there.
And you know what you got to tell them? Oh, this is the best draw of all. I'm going to fly a helicopter.
We got the
When did you get me in for the Natick Labs? Everyone's got to come down. Bring the family, bring the kids. This is one of the most interesting situations. There absolutely is. Natick Labs, I'm going to misinterpret it, and Greg could finish it. Every uniform for hot and cold, all the MREs, all the meals, everything but weapons that the soldiers have in the last 60 years was designed at Natick Labs.
Yeah, I think-
And they're going to have a truck and a table and I don't know what, a helicopter that
They
lands
have,
on the
right
moon
out
or
of James
something.
Bond, they're having a
You
one-man
gotta come down and see
flying a thing. Like it's just a flying seat.
We're going to call it the thing.
The thing, it's a flying thing. And I offered for you to fly it in. But they
Couldn't clear the airspace.
they suddenly get this.
Yeah, he got
phone
straight about it.
got very quiet.
Yeah, he gets straight about
No,
it. so
no.
I
We
didn't
don't
send anything
joke about
back.
flying
Yeah.
a flying machine.
Yeah.
You know, it is balloon.
It will be on display.
It'll be on
display.
static display. It'll just be there. But
Take some
You
photos.
gotta, so it's not this Saturday. It's a week from Saturday, June 19th, Pageant Field on Marymount Way in Quincy. And you got to come down and see all these. That just alone is fascinating. Let alone the dogs. Let alone the bouncy hut. This is like Ringling. He's the greatest show on earth, Brasso.
yeah, ring the tail of the
He's gonna
donkey.
have,
Yeah.
he's gonna have the what do you call it? The top hat on center stage. It's going to be a three-ring circus.
And we forgot about. Oh,
Huey Float's going to be Vietnam.
how
float.
about wires sticking in your head to help cure the effects of Parkinson's
Yes,
disease
massive
in our Parkinson's pavilion? So if you're a Parkinson's caretaker, come and find out the story of the stories of the latest breakthroughs in Parkinson's disease. All the experts will be there. Brett Miller and System 110 Fitness will be there. Medtronics will be there with their fancy wires that they stick in your head. Oh, it makes I can't think of that. And when you get a tremor and you get a bad signal, it diverts the signal and makes it a good signal. How's that work?
Amazing.
How does that work? That will be on display. It's working. They're installing them now as we speak. And it's very similar to a pacemaker in that they were pacemaker specialists and use a pacemaker to re-jolt you and get your rhythms right. I guess this is similar.
Similar
and it's,
systems, and also for tremors.
yes.
So for TBI, maybe tremors. So the research hopefully you're gonna be, if not talking to the research people, at least the people who work within the field who have the most updated information. And information is like anything else. The more you know, the more the benefit is for you and for the loved ones that you have. So we had them at the Parkinson's back in April. And who knows, between April and now, there's obviously
There's
something.
already advancements
Yeah,
being
there's
made.
always-
Probably now smaller instead of being a
Yeah,
pacemaker. It's
yeah.
probably the size of a
Well,
half
and
dollar.
they
Yeah,
talked about maybe
yeah.
in the future might be blue chipped. Who knows what it's going to be? So
It certainly will be. And one of the things that they're looking to do, Michael J. Fox Foundation will be talking about creating research programs
Right.
that they want to start to study people before they have Parkinson's disease. And they're working on a nasal swab or a mouth swab.
because it's Spinal Tap only right now, I think, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
and if not this year, at next year's event, we're going to be talking about coming down and getting the swab,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blood test. I mean, the AI is with all the advantages and disadvantages. That's where I think we're going to see the most.
And the doctors and the
advancements.
clinicians are talking about breakthroughs. They're not saying 5 years,
Right.
10 years.
Yeah, no.
It's now.
Yeah.
In this latest gene therapy, they unlocked a gene that whatever is one of the
The predictors of at least you'll have
One of the
the
predictors.
markers,
Yeah.
biomarkers. So in the research to them, that's key. And this is now with everything going on, for not only for veterans, and that's what we concentrate on, but for anyone with afflicted by any of these diseases. It's in one way, it's a great time to live because research is really at the cutting edge.
it is.
So you got
It
to
is.
come down in person and
Yeah.
see all this. It's different. We talk about it in random and you hear about it, but this is a great opportunity for families to come down. Every situation that we talk about all year on the radio is actually there. So it's 1 Marymount Way in Quincy. It's right off of what's the Furnace Brook Parkway and
Southern Artery.
Artery.
Southern
And the
Artery up the
Southern
street from
Artery.
the old police station.
Yeah, it's actually
Not
set.
far off of
Well, it's right near
Hancock
the
Street.
Yeah.
North Quincy Stadium.
Yeah.
So if you're in
right,
the
right
area,
near the Veterans Memorial Stadium in
if
Yeah,
you're
the
Quincy.
veterans say, and there's a T stop not far from there too, right?
Quincy, downtown Quincy, there's a T stop.
Yeah, so it's really accessible. It's right off the expressway, 5 minutes off the expressway.
And for those people that maybe are going to be brought over by a caretaker, it's very, very friendly to people with disabilities
Justin's going to meet him and help him.
that aren't walking so well. But it's all flat. We have a beautiful flat paved pathway.
Yeah, once we get you up into the parking lot there, you're
And wheelchairs, you're good to go. No problem. We're gonna have a bunch of ROTC kids that
Can help.
are gonna be there that help out. We're gonna start serving food around 11 o'clock. Somewhere we serve from 11 to 1 o'clock. A great array of foodstuffs is being gathered
we're
as
gonna
we
have plenty-
speak by the little elves.
Truckload of cookies.
A truckload of cookies.
Get
I'm
there
gonna
early.
be. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be the first in line for that one. And I think we have one more commercial break to go. One more. I know we're late. Take it away, lad. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back, everybody. Rick Brasso, your host of Veterans Voice Radio, as we're winding down to July 19th to the yearly festival that we've been fortunate enough to partner up with the city of Quincy. We've managed to survive the bumps and bruises already before the show, and people are there that you didn't expect to be there, and some of them that you expected all of a sudden. There's some problems, but
And if you haven't been out to Pageant Field, what a beautiful place! I'm telling you, they had the buttons up the other day with the flags and the place.
and they left them up
Oh, the
from
place
the
looks
Fourth-
amazing.
from the 4th of July.
Amazing.
It's spectacular entrance. You feel like special coming in. They have like fabric that's red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
know if you're following red, white, and blue fabric, come
can't-
up. But the best thing that's going to happen there is any service that you see or need or get a job, you're going to sign up on the spot.
On the spot.
You're not calling Greg and I to have
No.
enter you into the computer.
The
Bring your
VA
pencil. You're signing up.
The VA will have mobile computers set up so that if you've never signed up for your VA health checkup before, you can sign up that Saturday and get an appointment the next week. They'll be tied right into the mainframe. They're going to get you in. They're going to get you great services. And if you have a question about your hearing aid, your glasses, prescriptions, all that right there is $5 or $10 or $20,000, $30,000 a year in benefits that you've earned, and certainly there's plenty of benefits out there.
And again, you earned it as a veteran. This isn't a handout.
No.
You've earned these benefits.
And you're
Take
not-
advantage of
And
them.
you're not going to run out.
No,
You're not going to run
There's
out
more
of,
money than we have
of
veterans.
dollars.
Yeah.
But if you think you need some help, dial 988, and at the prompt, press 1. You've got a trained clinician that's ready to talk to you, to help you, and just to be your friend and to see what you might need.
And Jenny will be at Pageant
Jenny will
Field,
be at
so
the
yeah,
field.
come talk to her.
I'll be there too.
And Richard Chapman will be there.
Gotta
Richard,
see my friend Richard.
yeah, he'll be at the head of the line with Tommy Tomatoes.
And the rest
He's
of
going to
them.
be welcoming everybody in, barking orders that nobody pays attention to,
So as a veteran, come out and meet some really crazy veterans and some really good people.
and learn about some new stuff.
And bring the families, because the families who make you sign up.
Bring the kids. They want to meet the Free Jacks. They want to kick a rugby ball.
And have a photograph with the Red
And
Sox trophy.
you ought to see these guys dancing. I saw them dancing the other day. It was like 6 tree trunks because they got big giant legs and they're just bouncing back and forth. And they're all passing each other after they won the
And just great
championship.
guys to begin with.
Oh, they're wonderful guys. They're just trying to get a nut. But Larry, thanks again for keeping us on track tonight, and keep on holding on for the Dr. Joe show. I see him and Mark Siles in and ready to go for tonight. So
And stay dry.
stay dry, and
Bye.
good luck, everybody. And we'll see you after we return from the fishing trip. Take care, everybody, and thanks a lot for listening.